Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Down South Sports Fanatics. Man, it's going to be a doozy tonight. We're going to dive into a little NFL, NBA. I mean, we're going to talk about our Pelicans for sure, man. A bunch of other stuff that's news related in sports. Look, let me introduce my host, the guy, the voice of reason. What's up, Mr. Dave Robin?
Hey, what's up, guys, man? Good seeing y'all on a Tuesday night, man. Let's do this. Let's do it right.
A Tuesday. The hard truth himself. What's up, Mr. Pancho Gonzalez?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Or should I say hallelujah?
Nah, that's the Goonies, man.
What do you say, Pancho?
Goonies, man.
He's wearing a flower shirt.
You see Chuck? You see him in there?
Aloha.
Chunk, you see him, Richie?
Yeah, I see him, bro. You're right.
Truffle
Like
Shuffle.
Goonies chunk?
Yeah, he's in that Truffle Shuffle, man.
So look, man,
Hey,
let's dive in. Let's dive into it.
movie.
Let's dive into it a little bit. Of course, you know David's been burning at you for a couple of days now. You want to get into this Perkins talk. We want to get your opinion on it. Let's dive into it, man. What's going on with Perkins and the beef between CJ McCollum?
Man, I think CJ just really did a nice job of Oh, wait. We got something going on here.
Go ahead. No, this is good. Go ahead.
Oh, we good? Oh, okay. I thought a message was coming in or something, man.
No.
I thought I was going to see Keenan out of the way.
Fatty's just sharing the comments that you're talking about.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, yeah, now we're going back to, this has kind of happened in the past. I think when he was, like you said, coming from Portland. But my thing is he's just been harsh on the Pelicans, man. Very critical of Zion, really ribbing him on some things. But here's a guy, I don't know, I mean, Perk spent a short period of time here, sat on a bench. I mean, here's a guy whose career would be, pretty much irrelevant if he didn't play with like 3 Hall of Famers in Boston and snatch 1 title because he had Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce. But the dude's irrelevant. He's a terrible freaking analyst. I mean, his takes are garbage. His whole delivery, like, he looks like he has no fucking training of how to be an analyst. But, he's criticizing fucking Zion. He's trying to make this bold thing here. And I'm like, to me, that's telling me you're not watching this guy, because I would say the last month or so I've watched Zion play. I've seen this dude be really durable. I've seen him be a tremendous defensive player. I mean, his defense to me has gotten better so much in his past, few weeks or so. But, man, I just don't like Perkins coming at us like that, dude. We're 11 games over 500. We're a very young team. We're in that first half run of the Western Conference right now. We got a great shot at getting home court in the first round, at least for one series. But I just think he's bashing. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but I think he's trying to make a bold take. Look, we all bash Zion a little bit, but let's give the man credit. He's putting it together right now, and his team is healthy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not the same problems that you had last year.
Give us your take on it, Pancho. What you thinking, brother?
Yeah, obviously you got a young group of guys that are making some kind of noise, and you need somebody to hate on them. So Perkins decides to put his name on that line, and see how it goes for him. I mean, obviously Zion had his issues with weight or what you might not call it, but you still would have to respect his game as of late.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pancho. I mean, I just think. Listen, I agree with Dave, man. Kendrick Perkins has always been known for a loudmouth. I think as an analyst, he's one of the worst. I don't know why they just don't replace him, with a lot of other guys that are more capable. Even Rivers is a young analyst right now. They need to groom him into more of a better role and take Perkins' spot. Because Perkins to me is just annoying, dude. He's always looking for a reaction to his takes. That are just meaningless. And he's always all over the place with his takes.
Yeah. I mean, I completely agree, Rich. I mean, to me, and it's not being a homer right here, but I think, I've said it, I love our announce team, with Joel Myers and Antonio Daniels. But to me, God, Antonio Daniels, I hope we get to keep this guy here, because I think he's literally possibly the best, NBA commentator there is. I really feel that way, dude. I mean, Pancho put up something the other night. I almost spit out my drink, with the Grady Dick thing. I mean, if Fatty could pull that up somehow, I mean, I think our listeners will lose their shit. But I mean, dude, that's just doing a great. And Antonio could be bold, but he's a small. He's a former guard. He understands the game. He makes good takes. He can be bold. But Perkins is just trying to be like this. Let me be this angry bold guy, like a Stephen A. or Kyle Hurd or these guys who made a career off of that type of shit. And he's not going to be that guy. He doesn't speak well enough like those two guys. He's just not them. You know what I mean? But
I hate to say this about another man, Dave, but to me, he comes across as not educated enough to be an
he
analyst.
doesn't, man. And I like the fact that McCollum and you know, CJ, man, you ever hear CJ McCollum give an interview? The guy's he's one of the highest guys up there.
Well, he's the head of there's a reason he's head of the Players Association.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. That's what I say. I knew he's right up there at the top, dude. I mean, and he really, you know, he played it classy with Kendrick on that last endeavor. But I mean, dude, he's you know, he stuck up for his teammate. I love the way he did it. He did it in a classy way. He didn't make a big fuss about it. But he said Zion's locked in right now, and I think the kid is, man. I think everything he said was right. You know, he said this team's ready. You know, he spoke great about his teammates. And CJ, look, man, when we made that trade, his leadership was such a big part of that trade for me. You know, getting him here from Portland.
I agree. Listen, I tell you, what's up? Thank you for joining us, Shawnee, and commenting. Shawnee did comment and say Zion is the key. Without him, the Pels wouldn't be where they're at. You know, and these so-called Zion fans who want to trade him, he's just shaking his head at that. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, at this point, as far as the Pels outlook, I mean, to me, I mean, you have to make something happen this year. I mean, next year is going to be a big question just because you got so many contracts coming ahead, and you don't have the money to go around. So, you know, back in the Lakers, you're going to have the big three, but then have nobody else. But the problem is we got big three and we got a bunch of everybody else's to go along with that. And so everybody's right now is playing the game, and the next year, so they're saying next year Zion has to go. So
see, Pancho, you know, I've commented on that. That's been going all around Facebook, dude. I feel like it's totally inaccurate. I think people got to look at, you know, Valanciunas. His contract's coming off the books. You got a decision to make with him. You got CJ is going to be getting a little older. CJ's in his early 30s. I mean, you already locked in Herb Jones on that real smart team-friendly deal that they did. I mean, Trey's going to be another one you got to think about. But, dude, you're going to lose a lot of cap space with Valanciunas.
Why would people think we need to get rid of Zion next year? I don't understand that.
I think what Poncho's saying, like, what are you saying? I've been seeing the thing that he's saying. They're saying that you can't sign both guys under the cap, but I think they can make this work. I think they can definitely make it work.
The way the salary cap is structured in the NBA, you can sign max deals to two-star players. Now, with the way it's going to be, where it's structured for next year, it's going to be a lot harder to have 3 max players on your team. So they're gonna have to, I agree with you, Pancho. They're gonna have to make a decision. But
you can max 2 out, but you're gonna max 3 out. But the problem is you're supporting cast, and right now you're supporting cast. I mean, is all young guys that need to be paid, and we're probably from 1 to 15 or 1 to 14. We're probably best from 1 to 14 in the league.
You can't. I don't think they can afford. Listen, here's the deal with NBA players, and we all know this. It does take a little while for some of these guys to find their niche, develop in the NBA. Look at Kuminga in Golden State, how well he's developed now. Kuminga, most people don't realize Kuminga's been in the league for 4 years.
Right. That's a good point, man.
And he just put one of the greatest shooters in NBA history on the bench because of how well he's playing. And Klay Thompson. That takes a lot to do.
Look, so and here's your problem. So you got the Herbs and you got the Treys and you got other guys that are on 2-year deals. And if they perform within that first 2 years, you have to pay them year 3, 4, and 5. When normally you wouldn't have to do that. You're saying Kuminga took 4 years, so he had another whole contract to work it out. When now you have to pay these guys up front because they produce. Well, that's the problem. Drafting well is a problem because you have to pay if you draft.
To tell you the truth, NBA contracts are a little different than
Yeah. I thought like we were filming a scene of Boogie Nights for a minute over there, man. What's going on?
I think Darren's on a set of a show they've been filming over at the Buffalo Bills, I think.
Nice.
Leverage.
But getting back to what we're saying about get back to what we're saying about the salary cap type punch. It's a little different. You can sign a bunch of bench players to big lucrative deals. That's not nowhere near what NFL players, will earn. So you can work it out a little bit easier.
Well, Rich, too, here's the thing, like Pancho was saying, and that's the thing, too, Kuminga was a first, right? So,
Yeah.
Being a second-round pick, like these guys, you do find, they did it with Jose Alvarado, which was smart. They did it with Herb Jones. You get these second-round picks, you're going to have to lock them down, like Pancho was saying, a little bit sooner. But
Yep.
I love the way David Griffin seems like he's doing this all the right way. Like, he's going to have some tough decisions, but let's be real. Brandon Ingram and Zion's your core. You got Herb. You're going to do whatever you can to keep Murphy. You got some other guys like Dyson that's going to be developing. But, Jordan Hawkins. So, you got the depth. Like P said, you drafted really well. So you're setting this thing up favorably for yourself. You can make a tough choice.
We sit here, we talk about
it's easier to do.
We sit here, we talk about Trey and all them, but believe it or not, the development of Herb Jones is tremendous this year. It really is. It really is.
Yeah, he's shooting, dude. That's what McCollum brought out. He's shooting over 40% from three-point land. He's one of the best defensive players in the league. But Herb, man, Herb seems like he's always got that playoff vibe to him, man. That's what I like about Herb. He brings it every night, man.
Darren, you just joined us. We were talking about the situation with Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick's talking trash about CJ and Zion and all that, man. It's at the All-Star game. He's just a
he's trying to be relevant. He ain't been relevant in a long time.
That's kind of that was our take, basically. Yeah, he was. Like you said, Darren. It was like he's trying to make a name for himself and doing it in a cheap way.
Yep.
Listen, he's never gonna be Shannon Sharp. Like he's trying to take that asshole kind of vibe. But listen, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? I'm not a big basketball buff guy, but I keep up with it a little bit now more, so we can talk about it like this. But
you make a great point, Darren. The difference between Kendrick Perkins and Shannon Sharp's intelligent. Kendrick Perkins is not.
Right.
Have you heard the dude have a real conversation? You think he was a boxer? You think he was a boxer, not a basketball player?
He's
selling bubblegum shrimp.
That's.
Hey, I bet you won't go up to Brandon Ingram and talk shit to his face.
Yeah, he might, bro. He might not.
Brandon Ingram will peel his shit back, and then don't let the white boy come through because he's about his business too.
Look, you talking about Lithuanian Kelsey, huh?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Valanciunas looks like the lost European Kelsey brother to me, dude. I don't know why.
Look, we're gonna move on to another subject, man. Kendrick Perkins talk is done and over. We all agree this dude's just trying to be relevant, which he's not anymore. Listen, I want to move on now to the Chicago Bears. There's a lot of reports coming out that they're gonna go hard, man, hard. Look at this. How the NBA All-Star games let that.
Oh, jeez, yeah, that was a fucking train wreck there, man. Jeez.
Yeah, whatever. Hey, listen to me. Have the dunk contest, and then the dunk contest sucked too. Let him shoot some fucking three-pointers, some free throws, and then fuck it, let him get out of there.
Well, look, why are you on to that? They've talked about how they can improve the NBA All-Star game. I don't know how they're gonna do it because guys just don't. They go half-heartedly at it. I don't understand it.
You got to make it worth something.
Yeah. Well, Pancho, would you say? Pancho watched a lot of baseball. Pancho, would you say like it should be like the baseball All-Star game was? How the winning side
to me
in the finals.
I follow and see what one of the former players saying shit. 16 of the best guys. You put them out there one-on-one, single elimination, and the two best guys one-on-one. First to 10. First, you know what I'm saying? Went by two.
Playground.
Playground. One-on-one. 16. And then single elimination, and you find the best single player, the best one-on-one player in the league.
Like Dick.
Hey, I got something. I got something to help it.
What's that?
Yep. You ever watched Ice Cube's Big Three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You take your top 18 players in the league. You got teams of 3, and you play for $5 million or whatever. There you go. You'll play then.
I agree. I was about to say the same thing, Darren. I agree with you. With all the sport, with all the sponsorship and the revenue for the NBA, they need to get sponsorship. And like what Darren said, and you know what they need to do? Winner take all, $10 million. I bet you they'll play then.
No, this is my thing, Dan. I said, if you want to take it back to Kobe and Mike and how they used to participate in All-Star games, it was a challenge to them. They wanted to play the best guy on the court. They wanted to guard the best guy on the court. So that's why I was saying one-on-one. To me, you put, that's you not worrying about size. You're not worried. Just that you putting. You always want to see what Steph Curry could do against,
Well, Giannis or somebody,
say
that's going to be a
Dirk.
weird matchup. Yeah.
Well, the thing about it is
over Jokic. I mean, but you're still getting the best. At the end of the day, you're going to get the best one-on-one players in the game.
Well, the thing about it is people always. I really don't like when people do that. They revert back to the old school players and stuff like that. This is a new day and age, man. Them old school guys. Look, a lot of them old school guys today would be doing the exact same thing. I'm sorry, they would.
I mean,
Yes.
and I know Rich, and I mean, we could do a whole show about the old versus new, like you're saying. But I mean, I like where Poncho's going with it. I mean, my issue would be like, man, if you get Curry and you got Jokic trying to defend Curry on a wing, I mean, that's game over. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if Nikola Jokic, you could back down Curry from like 20 feet away.
But Dave, when you go to the park, when you go Rutgers or you go to the park, dude, what are you seeing? That size, it's one-on-one, man-on-man. You see, like I said, you will honestly see if James Harden style will be.
Darren, you literally hit the nail on the head. Every sports right now, included college football now and everything, it's all about the dollar signs. That's what it's all about now. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll tell you, but Richard, these All-Star games really do suck. I mean, to me, like,
if the NBA puts up $10 million, Dave, for the All-Star game, I guarantee you they play their heart out.
Well, I mean, look, we don't have those moments like we used to have. Remember the the Kobe versus Michael when Kobe was coming up like year 2, I think it was for him.
Yep.
And Michael and Kobe in the All-Star game, and they went at it, and it was must-see TV, dude. It was one of the best moments in NBA history, and it was during an All-Star game. You know what I mean?
Well, too, a lot of those guys didn't like each other. Nowadays, everybody's best friends.
Well, and that's to me something about the league. And don't get me wrong, like you said, we're not going to change them. The league is where it is now, and not saying nothing bad about it. I think the league's got a ton of talent. I think it's in a great place, but let's be real, it's a little different mentality nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my take is it's like MMA fighters. You throw two guys in there, and whose style's gonna win? Who's gonna win? What style's better than? Is a 3-point better than backing the dude down? I mean, again, so honestly, that's where competition's at.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Darren.
No.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey. Here's. Did y'all get to the comments yet?
Yeah, we've been talking about them.
All right. We got a football comment from Logan. Logan said, "Should the Saints draft the quarterback?"
Should what?
Wait, say again.
I didn't know that.
Should the Saints draft the quarterback in rounds 5 through 7? If so, then who are y'all targets? No, we're not going to draft a quarterback 5 through 7. If we don't draft one in the first or second round, you can go ahead and chapter that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, Darren, I guess I get where he's going. Let me ask you this. Have you guys looked? I mean, I'm not up to speed yet on a draft just yet. I mean, I know some names, but have y'all looked at any mid-round guys that catch your attention? Like, is there like a Joe Milton or somebody y'all really like that could be like a 3rd or 4th round guy kind of?
Hey, listen, I don't want to go ahead and jump subjects. What's our next subject? We'll get back to that if that's not on what's next. We're trying to keep it.
We're gonna get to the draft. We're gonna talk about the draft.
Okay.
We're talking about.
To be honest,
jumping on what Dave said. I wanted to dive in with all the reports coming out of Chicago that I was doing earlier about the Chicago Bears definitely hard on going and get a quarterback in this draft. And I don't know if y'all read it yet or heard it yet. Justin Fields has officially erased all content of Chicago Bears and is now following the Atlanta Falcons. It's all over the news right now.
Well, what's going on with Atlanta? I've heard rumors today about Atlanta trading up, which we've talked about in this podcast.
Listen, at the end of the day, dude. At the end of the day, I think Atlanta's trading. I think Chicago's trading Justin Fields to Atlanta.
Well, I mean,
Atlanta
can't go in there with Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke. They have to get a quarterback. Atlanta needs a quarterback desperately.
And y'all like Justin Fields? I don't. I think the dude's a bust. I think he's overrated.
Listen, we're gonna bust his ass twice a year. I love it.
Yeah, but he's got potential, but he hasn't done enough for me to really say yes or no right now. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that, Dave. I agree with you about you, Punch. I agree with that, Dave.
What I'm more excited is what is Atlanta actually going to give up to get him? So
Well, yeah.
We'll talk about it, Pancho. What do you think?
I mean,
I don't think they're getting the first, Pete. I don't think they're
no.
getting the first.
Listen, there's talk that they were asking for 3 firsts for Justin
For
Fields.
Justin Fields?
Yes.
That's retarded.
Man, if I'm a team, I'm calling their bluff on that shit. I'll let them go into draft day with Fields and make that number 1 pick and then have to make a decision.
I think we'll all welcome Atlanta giving up 3 first rounders for Justin Fields. Go ahead and do that.
And that's what I was saying. That was my point. That was the way I was going with it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, what about
Good. Oh,
what about a first of Bijan Robinson?
No, you're not
I
giving
don't
up
think you can give
Bijan.
Bijan. I think
Wait,
you
hold
gotta
on.
keep that core intact, though, guys. I
Wait
think
a
you gotta
minute.
Keep Pitts, Bijan, and Drake London in house.
Go ahead.
Before we say that, before we say not to give up Bijan, I had him on draft. I had him on fantasy. Let me tell you something. They like the other kid better. They fed him more. Algeria, whatever his name is.
Talazar.
That's where that like I don't understand.
Beast, man.
So listen. So if you want to keep, you can't keep both of them. Both of them's not going to be happy because they're the same kind of back, really. They ain't like you got a.
Talazar is a restricted free agent this year.
That's interesting. That's going to be fun to watch.
Really?
Man, I don't know. Yep. To me, like the game, if I'm the Bears, like realistic, if I'm the Bears general manager, I say, hey, realistically, what am I going to get for Justin Fields? I would be looking for no less than 2 seconds and give me AJ Terrell. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take that deal right now. I mean, because right now you could add a corner. They got that kid Johnson. That's a free agent. They could keep him in Chicago. Let me give you 2 seconds to shed that cap space. You know what I mean?
What about Darren? You're making great points. What about if they trade picks and Kyle Pitts?
But to me, why would you trade one of your best players on offense?
Listen, they're not going to trade him. He's their best.
You got to give up something.
But
listen, he's their best positional player.
More to get Bryce Young, and look how that worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but listen to me. He's their best positional player this year. Bijan Robinson wasn't their best running back, unfortunately, because they didn't use him right. But I could see them trading first round picks, which means Chicago would get 8th or 7th or whatever they are, trading next year's first and second. I could see that if they don't want to give up a player.
Right.
Yeah. I think you got a whole coaching staff coming in here, so I think you're working with a whole different mindset, and a lot of different guys know Bijan, like you saying, was used not in a certain way that this new incoming guys. I mean, he's an asset. You know, he's a young Kamara. I mean, he has the ability. You just you got to utilize it. So listen. So Chicago is in the pickle here. Chicago. So if I'm Atlanta, I'm sitting back, right? Because you know that Chicago is dying to get rid of Fields. So you just
they want because if not, they would already made this.
Why do y'all think that? Because a couple of weeks ago, y'all were on here saying that they should keep Justin Fields.
I think they should.
Richie, I'll say this, Richie. I could go both ways with it. Honestly, I could see keeping Fields and putting that first pick up there again for ransom, and you get somebody to pay the farm for it, and you really set up your roster. Because Fields, look, dude, you could do a lot worse, and we really don't know who he is just yet. He's got to have a better team around him, you know. He needs another weapon in the passing game.
We said he got a better team. We said we got to have a better team around him. They went out and got a wide receiver for him.
They didn't. I mean, him and DJ Moore connected really well. I mean, DJ Moore had one of his best seasons.
If you can trade out of the one spot and get Bowers in return and get another one receiver, and if you can get Bowers and a number 1 receiver for that number 1 pick or something, I mean, you setting your offense up really, really well.
You're saying trade the pick. This is what I think they should do. This is just my opinion. This is just me. I think if they want to get rid of Justin Fields, fine, do it. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, that's up to you.
I'm not trading my first, by the way.
What?
I'm not trading my number 1 pick. Sorry.
Listen, Darren, you can. This is what I would do, and this is just my opinion. If Chicago wants to move on from Justin Fields, fine. I don't care. But my focus would be, listen, how bad does Washington want Caleb Williams? If you want Caleb Williams, Washington moves up, gives Chicago more picks. Chicago still got Jaden Daniels right there.
Let me ask you guys this. I mean, to me, and I don't want to get too deep into all. I know we're talking mainly about the Bears, but
you got
to. Good.
Huh?
Oh, wait. I can hear you.
No, I'm just saying you got a couple of quarterbacks.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
how
I'm saying.
much?
You
But the
still
two
have other
top,
options.
but,
That's what. Yeah.
but Dave,
now,
the
look,
two top
listen.
quarterbacks they got high rated right now is Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels.
Listen,
How
Well,
much Chicago? How much separation does he have between the two quarterbacks?
if
and Richie, and I'm
Justin
gonna say
Fields,
Drake May is right in there too, man. I mean, Drake May
No,
is.
no
listen,
way,
if
no way.
Justin
Well,
Fields can
I'm
come
gonna tell
out,
Yes, he is.
Richie,
Yes, he is.
yeah, Drake
All right,
May's
I'm
on number 2
I'm
on
going
most scores.
I'm going on record right now. Drake May don't get any good draft in the top 5.
Oh, come on, I got $100 on that
All
right
right,
now.
all right, all right. That dude's stock is
Wait,
dropping
you
big
don't
time.
Richie,
hold
they
on. You
haven't
don't
put him
think
in
he's
the
getting
combine
drafted in the
yet,
top
man.
5?
I don't think he's getting top 5 overall pick.
Unless he tears up his arm in the combine, that dude's gonna be a top 5 pick.
Nope.
Hey,
Not
hey, I got a question
There's
though, real
too many
quick.
teams that need quarterbacks that are high drafted right now,
Hey,
man. I mean,
I got a question. I need a vote. I need a vote on
Okay, go ahead.
something.
Top 5.
We need a vote to kick Sean out the fucking group for a little while. Sean, he's tripping, talking about Mayo, not Daniels. Shit out of here. What's wrong with that
Now
dude?
look, I'm going to play devil's advocate for Sean, though, a little bit. Because I'm going to say this, and this is not like a knock on Jaden Daniels, but I got a weird feeling. I'm not saying I'm betting Daniels will fall in the top 3, but I got a weird feeling there might be a team that just passes on Daniels and he falls to maybe 8 or 9 or 10. I think
No
Drake May
try.
is like the prototype, and I think Caleb's obviously been the guy for 2 years now.
Dave, I got
So, I mean,
Dave. Hey, all right.
1 year, that dude
knock on
sucked
Jaden
balls
Daniels,
tonight.
you know what I'm saying?
He
That's a good
sucked
take.
balls
Listen to
this
me.
season.
That's a good take right there. And I'm
Listen.
surprised.
And
Listen.
listen,
Go
there's
ahead.
no
Go ahead,
hate on
Poncho.
Jaden Daniels.
So
I'm
here's
just
my
talking about the
thought.
way scouts might
If-
look at it. You know what I'm saying?
If Chicago could walk out of this draft with Bowers and Marvin Harrison Jr. on their roster, I mean, you can't win no more than that. I mean,
Poncho,
I love you too, Shawnee.
Do you not? Listen, we all see the writing on the wall. Who is Chicago's offensive coordinator right now?
yeah, Kingsbury, but I mean,
All right, does that not common sense? Is that not just common sense?
Wait, we're
again,
talking about
but
Washington,
again,
right? We're talking about Washington?
No. Yes, I'm talking about Washington. I'm sorry, Washington.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I got you.
like the number
No, I mean,
one
yeah.
pick number one pick is like having $1 million in your pocket, $1 million, and
Not
somebody
when you got two
to you and says,
quarterbacks
"Here's
that's tight.
$5 million," and here's somebody's going to say, "Here's $5 million for your $1 million. I'll trade you." You're going to take it. So why
Well,
would
I'm
you
gonna
not
tell
do
you,
it?
I'm gonna make the most
Poncho, let me tell you
unpopular
what. Let
choice
me
there
tell you
is,
this much. Let me tell you this much right now. If Washington offers Chicago 2 first-round picks just to drop back one spot, they foolish if they don't take it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, Richie. I think.
Well, they're going
I
to
think you
trade.
have to
Hey, they
consider
would
all
trade and next year's one. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
could trade and then next year's one.
Yeah.
But listen, you know who we not talking about? Hold on. You know who we not talking about? What about the Patriots, y'all? What about the Patriots? And I also have another question. Pacho, why I didn't get invited to the luau? I ain't mad at you, but I need to be in the luau. Luau.
Look, see, Chuck,
Well, listen.
see him
Well,
look.
hey, seriously though, what about the Patriots? What about the Patriots reaching out? I mean, what are they, number 7?
Yeah.
No, 3. They're 3.
3.
Okay, then. So they in the running too. Who they got? Mac Jones? Fuck out of here.
No way.
Listen, Darren, they're
There
drafting
is
a
no
quarterback.
way.
They're
Listen, it's
definitely
never
drafting a
been
quarterback.
done in the NFL draft. There's no way, no how 3 quarterbacks are going 1, 2, and 3. Not that.
Richie, the only way it happens to me is
It's close.
the Bears have a deal in place with Fields gone or Fields is already traded. Look, the number 1 pick's probably going to be Williams. May's going to go 2. I think Daniels 3. I'm gonna stick with that. That's the way I think it's going to go.
Wait,
man.
why do you think it's going, Dave?
I think it's going Caleb 1, Drake May 2, and Jaden Daniels will be in New England with Ramondre Stevenson.
You better go bet that shit. You better go bet that shit.
I'm telling you.
No shot.
I'm telling you, man. But why? Tell me why.
Because I don't think 3 quarterbacks are going back to back to back.
But here's my thing: New England has to get a quarterback. They're in the worst shape of any team drafted in the top 5, in my opinion. New England might. Listen, Washington's not in as bad a shape as what people think. I think the Bears are actually trending upward the way they finished last season. The Patriots have nothing to work with. I mean,
Listen, if you're telling me, Dave,
their offense is a train wreck. They need a
the problem. The problem I'm having here is Marvin Harrison is a top talent. I don't think he's getting out of
Who's going to throw the ball in New England? Mac Jones. I mean,
He's not going top 3.
Who?
No, you're not drafting a receiver in the top 3.
Absolutely.
Marvin Harrison is not going top 3.
Absolutely.
Look,
No, he's not.
Richie, look, here's my thing.
Yep.
Look, who's the number one wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs? And I'm not talking about Kelsey. I know everybody's going to Kelsey, but let's be real. Rasheed Rice. Listen, man, Baltimore. They
All
found
right,
a good
Dave.
player,
Dave.
not
So,
an
all right,
elite
so
receiver.
Dave. Let me ask you this. If Chicago decides to keep Justin Fields, that messes up the whole draft, correct?
Hey, real quick.
Absolutely.
Darren, you
No,
gotta have to mute.
no, it doesn't.
You're getting too much background noise. You got.
Either
I don't
way.
have nobody's around me.
You got music. I can hear. You got a lot of background noise.
I turn the music off. There's nothing around me, but I'll mute it.
No, you're gonna be.
It may
What
be
you
your
said?
microphone. You just coming. You're lagging a lot. See,
What
that's
you
a lot
said,
better.
Dave?
Oh, wait. Say, what were we talking about?
I'm saying, what if Chicago keeps that pick?
Man, look, dude, I think if they keep the pick, I think you basically tell me you're trading Justin Fields. I mean, I don't think you can go into
No, if
draft
they
night
keep
and
Justin
try to
Fields,
mind screw other teams. Huh?
if they keep Justin Fields.
If they keep Justin Fields and they had the number one pick, I mean, they would be crazy not to just trade it out and get somebody over.
They're not going to trade out of it. What are they going to do?
I think they absolutely look, Richie. It's either one or two things.
If they
get
keep
rid of
the
Justin
pick, Dave,
Fields
I'm
and they get
asking
a
the question.
quarterback, or they trade out.
If they keep the pick, who are they drafting?
Look, Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't make you anything close to a playoff team.
All right, Dave, I'm asking you one simple question. If they keep the pick, who are they drafting?
They're not. I can't answer the question.
It's a
I don't
better
think they'll
chance.
draft anybody.
It's a better chance they keeping the pick, Dave. I mean,
If you're not going to listen, here's the problem, Richie. There's no edge rusher or offensive tackle that's worth going number one this year. They got good ones, but nobody's going to take them when you got. Listen, Richie, right now, like Poncho said, you got $1 million ticket. You're not going to just basically burn that $1 million ticket.
So is everybody saying it's 100? So is 100? Everybody's saying
they're either getting a quarterback or they're trading the pick. It doesn't make any sense to do otherwise. Everybody, it would be the dumbest.
Dave, a lot of people have Marvin Harrison ranked number one in this draft, dude.
Look, Richie, mark my words, he won't go in the top three. He's probably going forward to Arizona. That's the most likely spot. I'd bet money on him going forward to Arizona.
No,
because you got Marquise Brown's a free agent. You got a young
I got Harrison rated higher than Drake May.
No, I mean you could have him rated, but that don't mean they do the best on the board.
If they keep Fields, then they'll trade with either the Patriots or Washington down to 3 or 4, and then they
come on the record. Listen, if they come on the record and say they keep Fields and they're keeping the pick, who are they drafting? That's all I'm asking.
Marvin Harrison.
I don't think
Marvin Harrison.
That's an easy. See how easy it is to answer, Dave.
Marvin Harrison.
But Richie, I'm going to be locked to that. Now, I'm sticking my opinion. If they don't draft a quarterback, if they're keeping Fields, they're going to move that pick. Like Darren made a great point just now.
So you don't think they can say you don't think they can say we got to go get our quarterback somehow?
Rich, give me 30 seconds, and anybody could bump in. Let me explain it for 30 seconds. So to me right now, like Poncho said, you had the $1 million ticket. Okay, so here you are. You're at one. New England. Say they love Caleb Williams or Drake May. They want him number one. Same for Washington. You play those two or Atlanta or anybody else. But let's say, like Darren said, preferably you make that deal with Washington or New England, because what's going to happen is you're pretty much guaranteed to draft Marvin Harrison in front of Arizona, who's going to be the most likely team to draft him. So to me, if you could go get, let's just say, 1 first-round pick next year, a second this year, why would you not take that and still get the guy you ultimately want? If you want Justin Fields as your quarterback, you get him Marvin Harrison still. You get what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Darren.
You're still getting your guy, and you're getting those picks on top of it, because nobody's going to take Harrison in front of Arizona. If New England took Harrison with no quarterback, it would make 0 sense.
Go ahead.
Hey, what if Chicago's playing Texas Hold'em, and they say, you know what? We know that you want Justin Fields. They got 3 teams that want it, and guess what? I'm going to take Caleb. First round, first pick, and I'm not trading Justin Fields during draft day. Okay? So they go through their whole draft. Any team that misses out, like in Atlanta or let's say Washington, if they miss out on that guy, now Justin Fields becomes even more valuable.
But why do y'all have? But my question is, why do y'all have Chicago dropping back so far when all they gotta do is drop back 1 spot?
Because you can get those draft picks.
You're not understanding, but they can drop back 1 spot and get who they want.
Well, to me, here's my thing. And keep in mind, too, there's another guy also in this draft. This is one of the richest receiver drafts ever. I mean, I understand Marvin Harrison could be a Hall of Fame level guy.
You just said they don't want a receiver, Dave.
No, Richie, I'm not saying they don't want a receiver,
hold
but
up,
I'm saying,
guys.
listen, you don't give
The
up that spot.
Bears,
Like right
listen,
now,
the Bears
you're
still
giving
have
up
the
your
number 9
spot for
pick in the
nothing.
draft.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
There's a receiver right there.
Who?
Yeah, you can go get Malik Neighbors. You could go get Odunze from Washington. I mean, like there's some studs at receiver, dude. But
So
you're
you
not
think?
going to give
So
up
you
the
think?
idea of
So
getting
you
an
think
extra
neighbors
first
would
and a
be there,
second.
and you? So you think neighbors would be there, but Harrison won't?
Wait, where at now? Where? What
Y'all, we all agree neighbors is just as good as Harrison.
At 9.
Well, at 9.
But he's not getting drafted before. He's not getting drafted before Marvin Harrison. Neighbors might be there at the Saints when they pick 14. Don't be surprised about that.
Well, look, that's what I'm saying. If Neighbors is sitting there at 9 and you make the deal with Atlanta. Wait, where's Atlanta? Atlanta's 9 or 8? Where's Atlanta?
What I don't get, guys, is this is it.
That's a likely spot too.
I don't
got comment.
What I'm saying is this: I don't see a guy. What I'm saying about Chicago's pick, you don't see a number 1 pick, a team drop back that far in the draft.
I mean, Rich, if you feel like, listen, if Fields is really your guy, he's what's Fields, 25? I mean, somewhere in there, 24, 25.
Yep.
If you really think this kid's going to get better, which he may. I mean, I'm not writing off Fields. I'm not giving him, a trophy either. But I'm just saying, if they like him enough to roll with him at least another year, if you have this chance to go add all this draft stock, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't pass up on that. And you can still go get, I mean, look, DJ Moore's there.
Okay, so Darren makes
that would be a nice
so Darren makes all the sense in the world. You want to put talent around Justin Fields? Here you go, Atlanta. You want this number 1 pick? Come get it. Give us Bijan Robinson in the number 1 pick.
But they won't give up Bijan. They won't.
Why not? Why not? You get the number 1 pick. You wouldn't trade the. Wait, whoa! You're gonna tell me you wouldn't trade the number 1 pick for Bijan Robinson?
I don't think that's how it's going to go because I'm going to explain why.
You crazy?
Okay,
Darren, come on, Dave.
Exhibit A, Carolina Panthers. You just gave up all this shit to get Bryce Young, and what do? You take away his 26-year-old receiver who's freaking awesome.
You're not understanding me right now. In a real world, in a real world, would you trade if you had a draft pick right now? Would you take Caleb Williams or Bijan Robinson?
Well, I mean, I would draft a quarterback any day of the week.
That's all you're doing. That's basically all you're doing.
But Richie, here's my thing. Okay, listen.
Go ahead. And you still got Tyler Algier. You can sign to a contract.
No, listen, Tyler Algier is great, and I agree with Darren saying, but I disagree in a way
as well.
Better. Listen, Atlanta. If you watch, and Pancho maybe could back me up on this a little bit too.
Got it.
Atlanta's built up their offensive line. They got guys like Lindstrom and McGarry. They signed these guys long term. They got Matthews out there at tackle. Their line has been together for a few years, and they just extended a lot of those guys, so they know who their offensive line is. You got Kyle Pitts, who's still only 24 years old, I believe, or 23, and this dude has phenomenal upside. You got Drake London, who has serious potential on the outside. And then you got Bijan and Tyler Algier. These 2 running backs. I mean, why not have 2 excellent young running backs under 25 years old?
Because one of them you're losing. One of them you're losing.
That's the San Francisco 49ers.
One of them you're losing, Dave. One of them you're losing.
You're not losing any of them, Richie. You don't have to lose any of them. I guarantee you.
Tyler Algier wants to be a starting running back in this league.
Well, guess what? He's going to have to earn it, Richie. I mean, I like Tyler Algier. I've been a big Algier guy from day one.
He's
listen, y'all, listen. There's no way. Mark my words. Y'all can write it down. If Fatty wants to put it down, Atlanta will not trade Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Drake London. I will bet whatever you want to bet. Name y'all's price. They will not trade those guys for a number 1 pick. What's going to happen?
We got some comments.
Defensive player in multiple picks.
So Dave, let me get this right before we move on, because Darren, you can get the comments. Dave, let me get this right. So if the only thing holding this trade up for Atlanta to move up to get the number 1 overall pick, the only thing holding this trade up will be Bijan Robinson. You don't think Arthur Blank makes the trade, right?
Listen, no, I'm not saying he wouldn't. I don't think that's going to be the direction they go. Terry Fontenot's not. Well, Arthur Blank's
So you saying Chicago wouldn't want Bijan Robinson?
No, absolutely, they'd want Bijan Robinson. But what I'm saying is, if I'm Atlanta, if I'm Terry Fontenot, who runs that organization basically right now, I am calling up. I'm saying, hey, listen, we got a good young core. Our defense ain't so bad. We got money to spend. I'm looking at this. I can afford to give you next year's first. I'll give you this year's second. I'll throw in a guy, a young defensive player. I just use A.J. Terrell because he's a really good corner. I mean, guess what? I know running backs and receivers are sexy because everybody knows their name because they play fantasy. But guess what? Having AJ Terrell would be just as valuable as getting some of those offensive players. I mean, you get a lockdown corner in his mid-20s, or you could go somewhere else.
But Pancho just said a little while ago how much you got to give up to get the number one pick. You're talking about the number one overall. Yeah. Basically, you could probably go get anybody you want.
Well, no, Richie. I mean, but you're going to give up. You're going to give up about 3 or 4 draft picks. It's going to include next year's first for sure.
All right. So listen, imagine if they do trade back to New England or to Washington at number 3.
Yep.
Arizona is sitting at number 4, right? They got to hold on to Morphin Harrison. Now, what if Chicago's sitting at 3 now or number 2, and they pulling the Marvin Harrison card in front of the Cardinals and tell the Cardinals, hey, give me your. Y'all really
got Chicago.
Y'all got Chicago.
Listen. So Arizona's sitting here with number 4 pick, and they sitting with the number 20-something pick. They traded the 2 picks for Marvin Harrison.
I just think y'all are being foolish. Atlanta. I mean, listen to me. Chicago's in no position to be passing up any kind of talent.
No, Richie, you know what they're doing. Richie, Marvin Harrison's not making you a playoff team. They got
He's the best receiver in the league. He's the best receiver in college football, Dave.
Oh, but Richie, what does that matter? What does a wide receiver do?
What does it matter? You don't think Jamal Chase changed lives in Cincinnati?
No, I think Joe Burrow changed lives over there.
Oh,
I think that's the difference. Absolutely, because Joe Burrow made that thing happen, man.
Look, Juwan Jennings.
Juwan
Jennings is the man in 49ers. Juwan Jennings.
Justin Jefferson didn't change lives in Minnesota?
No, but Richie, how many playoff games have they won since he's been there?
Hey, time, boys, time. Remember, we on a time schedule now.
Yeah. Well, look, Richie. A receiver ain't making. Ask if that was the case, the Detroit Lions would. I mean, Calvin Johnson played in how many different playoff games, and he was the best receiver on earth for how long? I mean, look, I'm not saying not to get Marvin Harrison. That's not what I'm saying. It's a receiver-rich draft, so you got to take advantage of that. I like what Pancho's saying because, dude, you can build a juggernaut of a team. You need the team with the best receivers don't mean shit. You got to have a pass rush. You got to have an O-line. You got to have back-end cover guys. I mean, listen, dude, the Kansas City Chiefs, Rashee Rice and Valdez-Scantling were their starting receivers in the Super Bowl. I mean, and they just won the Super Bowl.
Y'all are just putting quarterbacks at the top because they're quarterbacks, which is unfair.
Well, absolutely. Look, Richie, there's 3 important positions more than anything else. Quarterback, edge rush, offensive line.
All right,
that's the 3 most important things. And maybe
my turn.
Okay, my turn. Go ahead.
Sean says, I love you, Darren. Fuck, of course you do. Robin says, good evening, fellas. Good evening, Rob, my wife. Donald Mape says, I think that's where Daniels is going, probably to Washington. Josh said, good evening, boys. Sean says, Harrison's going top 3. That just depends on what Chicago does. Donald Mape says, Drake is not going top 3. Marvin Harrison going to be top 3. Marvin Harrison could be top 3, but the problem with it is Chicago puts a wrench in everything depending on what they do. Josh said Patriots in horrible shape. True. Yeah. Josh also said Bears trade out. They have $60 million.
I don't think New England takes Drake May if he's there. I don't.
So you think that they would take Marvin Harrison with nobody throwing the ball?
Well, I mean, who Boston would be pretty interesting.
I think if Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels go 1 and 2, then it's all a crapshoot after that.
No, but to me, the Patriots might be a team that trades down as well. If somebody like Atlanta or Denver's
they're known for that. They're known for that.
Hey, the Patriots ain't taking Jaden Daniels.
Atlanta is not trading up to get Drake May. I'm sorry, nobody is.
No, Richie, they're gonna take their chances on him falling.
Thank you.
They're gonna take their chance of him falling.
Yes, I agree.
Hold on.
Right, all right, so y'all, we got to see what the combine does too. You know, the combine has made or break, some as far as draft stock.
I can't wait for the draft special podcast. I know that much. That's gonna be nice.
I got news for y'all right now, and this is just me. I'm telling you right now, I don't even have to get to the draft. I'm gonna shock all y'all right now. I have.
What you gonna do? Take cough syrup?
Nope. I have Jaden Daniels rated higher than Caleb Williams right now.
I mean,
anyway. Hey, Josh said Bears trade out. They have $60 million in cap space. That's true. Right. Sean says if they keep Fields, they pick Harrison. That's really that could be true. Shawnee also said, will Neighbors get picked before JD5? I doubt it. Josh said Bears keep Fields and will probably make a deal during the combine like they did last year. Yeah, Josh, they're known for that. That's why New England's known for drafting, drawing back a little bit. So you got that. Don says, why do you think Drake May is so good? Well, because he's fucking good. I mean, I don't know how else.
I don't think he's that good.
I mean, listen, he's not a world beater, but he's good, dude. Did you watch the kid play?
I mean, he's good. Yeah, I mean, he's not.
When's the last time North Carolina been good at football?
But he's
30 fucking years ago.
I got news for you. I think Tulane's quarterback's better than him.
Didn't Sam Howell come from?
No chance.
They did. Sam Howell did come from North Carolina.
So, Sam Howell.
You don't think?
Sam Howell came from there, but what they didn't win 10 games with Sam Howell, did they?
You think Dave? You think Drake May's that much better than Pride?
Wait, say it again.
You think Drake May's that much better than Pride?
Look, here's the thing about it. I think Richie. Here's the thing. I think Pratt's going to be a surprise guy. I think Pratt's going to sneak into like the late second or early third. Man, I really believe that. And I mean, I think whoever gets Pratt's going to have a nice little project on their hands. But I don't know, man. I can't say it right now, Richie. But I think Pratt's got a good shot at the next level. I really do.
Don Mapes brings up a great point, y'all. He says to be honest, I don't think they believe in Kyler Murray too much, so they might be looking for a quarterback too in Arizona. Didn't even think about that, boys. But then what they do with Kyler Murray? Trade him?
Yeah. Kyler's issue is staying healthy, man. He's got to find a way to just stay on the field. You know what I'm saying? I think Kyler on the field is a pretty solid option.
Hey, let me ask y'all this. That's a great Darren, that's a great comment your friend just made about Arizona. What about Arizona? What about Arizona trading Kyler Murray to Washington?
I mean, the problem with this
where
is
Kingsbury is his coach.
But see, I get what you're saying, but to me, I think Ponchos knows where I'm going with this because I'm very value conscious, man, and I'm looking at the cap. But I mean, to me, you're taking on a lot of money with Kyler Murray already. You know, why not go get one of these kids that's 21, 22? You can mold them the way you want.
But Dave, you do agree familiarity in the NFL goes a long ways too.
I mean, it does, but I mean, I think when you got a chance with these quarterbacks, man, that are there 1, 2, and 3 possibly, dude, and you could go pay him on a rookie scale contract. You're not paying a guy $35 million from Jump Street. You can mold him into who you want him to be. I think that's more valuable than going with a guy, trading for a
Fatty, quick question. Bring up the top 5. Let's do the top 7 picks right now. Actually, let's do top 10. We'll do that. Bring up the top 10 draft picks right now.
Now, another team nobody's mentioning, but to me, that's another team to look at for trading up is the Raiders. I mean, I think they make all the sense in the world to trade up as well.
Yeah.
Man,
I mean, they tried veteran quarterbacks. They gave up on Card. Garoppolo experiment was a disaster. O'Connell looked okay, but he's probably not the future. You know what I mean?
So, mock draft or the top picks?
The NFL draft.
Just
order.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm gonna give that to you. The only team that's got any kind of firepower is the Cardinals, which is they have the number 4 pick and the number 20-something pick. So, and that's why I was telling you, if the Bears, man, if they stick with Fields, man, they can flip that $1 million ticket to say New England for $5 million. And then they flip it to Arizona for $3 more million on top of that because they're getting 2 extra picks. They move back down. You know what I'm saying? And they pick the second best wide receiver instead of Harrison Jr.
Yeah. Right.
So they.
I mean, look, DJ Moore's already there. So I mean, Malik Neighbors and DJ Moore. That sounds pretty damn good to me. You know what I'm saying?
And then you still got.
And you still go get an edge rusher. You still go get offensive line.
You still got an early. I mean, you still got picks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I say you can go get an edge rusher. You can go get an offensive tackle. You could go get a lot of things if you need.
Okay, Darren, you there? You can hear us? All right, let's do this, bro. We're gonna go over this because we all over the place. Now this draft is just strictly the way the teams keeping their picks, which they do a lot. They really do a lot. It's rare. Can we all agree it's rare a team trades out of the number 1 pick? Can we agree?
I agree.
Can we agree?
You got 2 different things. You can pick the player at the spot, or you can pick the player for the team.
Gotcha.
Right.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
So Dave, we'll give you Chicago take. We'll give it to Dave. Chicago keeping the number 1 pick. There you go, Dave.
Caleb Williams.
With Justin Fields?
I think they trade Fields if they keep the one. That's my catch. I'm going on the fact that they trade Justin Fields to Atlanta, and I'm gonna say they go Caleb Williams. I'm not saying that's the right way to do it. I'm just gonna we're talking about we guessing.
All right.
So I'm gonna go with that.
Darren, your pick. I don't know, but we don't know what Chicago gave up. Is getting, so I don't know what that. That's a mess.
Well, you're getting Atlanta's pick. You're getting Atlanta's pick.
So Atlanta. So now Chicago has Atlanta's pick, correct?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Got it.
What the fuck just happened?
Listen,
Chicago
we just did. We doing the
Caleb
top.
Williams.
We doing the top 10 draft pick right now.
I mean, y'all picking y'all's own. Y'all plugging
So
y'all's.
Dave thinks they taking Caleb Williams and they trading out the pick and get Atlanta now. Now Chicago has Atlanta's pick, which we're gonna move on. So Darren, you get the number 2 pick. Washington Redskins. Who they taking?
If I'm the Washington Redskins, good God.
Caleb Williams is gone.
Okay, if I am them, I am probably. I mean, I have to. I mean, God, am I keeping Sam Howell?
And that's an interesting thing too, right there. You made a good point right there. What if they decide to take one of these teams that want to trade up, and they just said, "Hey, we're gonna give Sam Howell another year, and let's go get a bounty." For
Listen to me, bro. I think Sam Howell has done enough to deserve another chance. So I would have to go Marvin Harrison to give him some help.
Got it.
And just to piggyback off of that, so to me, Sam Howell and Drake May could possibly be the same person, right?
Possibly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if they were to go quarterback there, I would believe they would go Daniels to spice it up and give a different eye view instead of a drop back.
All right.
Hey y'all, hold on. We got some people in. I mean, look, we got to make sure we keep the fans happy.
All right, it's fine. We
Josh said
Pancho, Dave, Darren.
Yes.
Stay focused.
But wait, he's on the comments or what?
I'm trying to. Oh my Jesus.
We'll get it going. Let's roll.
Pancho, you got the number 3 pick. You're the Patriots.
I mean, at this point, if Harrison's, you have to go Jaden Daniels here, but Jaden Daniels in a cold is not going to be, I don't think, a good thing.
But it's your pick. I don't care who you pick. Pick it.
Yeah, I'm just saying what makes sense there. Drake May is a Midwest
oh my
player.
Jesus Lord!
You have to have the fit.
No, you don't.
I would say Jaden Daniels would have to go there.
Okay, why would you bring up Drake May then?
Because he plays in that weather. You kind of get, you don't want guys to get culture shock. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Drake May is a possibility there, man. It really is. I mean,
I think Drake May and Mac Jones could be the same guy too.
All right, so you taking.
I'm gonna go Daniels there.
You going Daniels? All right.
You got the little spice. You know.
I'll take the Arizona. I'll take the Arizona pick. Arizona's picking Neighbors. Right? They need a receiver, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I could say that.
All right, Dave, your pick. Hardball's on the clock, baby. The Chargers, your pick, Dave.
I think they're going to go. I don't know if I'm them. I'm probably going. I'm going defense. I'm going like a guy like that. I don't know where. I mean, defensively, it's a little trickier because we don't know where guys are going to, with the combine. But if I had to guess, I would say like that. Was it a Terrion Arnold cat at corner, or maybe like a Dallas Turner? Is that the kid from Alabama? I think you're going to go impact defensive player here. I mean, you already got Derwin James on that side of the ball. I think, you got some other guys. What's his name? The other corner that's really good, a young corner. I can't think of his name. I'm having a blank. But, dude, I mean, I think impact defensive player. Offensively, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with Eckler, but you can get a running back late. I like the receivers. I mean, you're going to get Keenan Allen, the kid Quentin Johnson, who was a rookie last year, got off to a bad start. But I think you got to go on defense, impact defensive player at that point. Go get the best defensive player on the board, whoever he is.
Darren, you up? You the New York Giants.
New York Giants. Let's see here. I can't read that shit now.
You just the Giants, bro.
I can't read. Look, Darren, I don't know what the fuck's on that screen. I can't see.
I have no idea what's on the screen right now, y'all. But
Is there player names anywhere on there or what? I can't.
I don't know what the fuck it is, to be honest.
Someone throw out some names. I'll throw you out some names. You got Brock Bowers. You got Malik Neighbors. You got offensive tackle with Notre Dame, Joe Out. You got
Joel Rashano from Penn State.
You got Dallas Turner, linebacker, Alabama.
Listen to me. What number I'm picking right now?
You at number 6 with the Giants.
Oh, dude, you gotta go Bowers then if you're the Giants. I mean, what else makes sense?
I like that.
I mean, what else makes sense? Shane said the Raiders either trade for Fields or move up. Shane says Drake. Hey, Shane says Drake May is going before Daniels. Shane Anderson says Giants take Drake May, but Drake May's gone off our little board already, right?
I think that, look, the Giants are in a peculiar.
Hold on. Did somebody take Drake May?
They got to stay with Daniels.
No, Drake May is still on the board.
Yeah. I'm not.
And Poncho's got the pick with Tennessee. Who you got, Poncho?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm sticking with Brock.
All right,
I like
Poncho,
that.
you're at number.
Yeah, so again, you got a Taysom Hill guy you got Levis at the helm. So I mean, you're kind of rolling your dice there. You're old everywhere on that. You're not positioned. So again, you got to build the old line.
You need receiver. You need receiver help.
Yeah, but you think you got to go old line there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, Shane brought up a great point. I didn't even realize that they have Waller, so they're not going to go Bowers.
But
That's
see,
true.
I don't know, Waller to me, his best days are behind him, man. He's got to be, 31, 32-ish? He's had some injuries. I mean, he hasn't had a real big-time year in, 3 or 4 years now.
Hey, listen, here's
with the Raiders, but
I think that the Giants are going to go ahead and talk to Tom Brady.
What?
There you go.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm not shitting on Waller. I mean, I think Waller's a good tight end, but he's over 30 now. And I mean, Bowers, they keep talking about him like he's generational, man. I mean, he could help you in the run blocking. I mean, pass blocking. I mean, pass receiving. But I mean, I don't know. What do you do with Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I mean, do you pay him? Do you let him walk? What do you do?
I think they're going to keep him for 1 more year. They're going to tag him 1 more year at least.
Yeah.
So now with the Atlanta pick, that's Chicago's, right?
Yeah. Who's on the clock?
Me.
Trade Trade that shit. You never pick Atlanta. You got to trade that.
Nope. I think Chicago Bears.
What is this Chicago's pick, right?
With the trades they made in the offseason on their defense, with the defense, I think they're going to go Byron Murphy.
They got to go defense. I mean, I think they got to add some players on that side of the ball.
Yep. I think that's where they go. That's just me though, but you never know.
Hey, bro, they picking Dallas Turner right there. If Atlanta comes up, if they go on defense.
And guess what, Darren? Guess what? Wait, Chicago's taking them?
No,
let me ask you guys this.
The Falcons.
Hey, listen, keep in mind if they do trade with Atlanta, Chicago's got the 9th pick, which is the next pick too. So they got 2 back-to-back picks.
Yeah.
Hey, look, boys. Hey, I got a jet, but listen to me. It's been fun. It's always fun. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Like, share for us, and fuck Atlanta.
Listen, Darren, we heading out with you. Don't worry about that, man.
Hey, I can't pick for Atlanta. I'm trading everything. I'm trading the first round pick. I'm trading the first round pick for 2 fifths.
There you go.
Listen, man.
Kicker, man.
Listen, we're gonna thank everybody for joining us on this Tuesday night edition again.
I'm just gonna throw one little wrench in this real quick.
Go ahead.
I hope that the Saints and Mickey Loomis jump in front of Mr. Sean Payton over there at number 12, bro, and jump in at spot number 11 and pick right before Sean Payton and hopefully pick whoever he wants.
Hopefully, wishful thinking. Oh, before we get out of here,
to have him picking Bo
listen,
Nix.
before we get out of here, I wanted Dave's take on this real quick because people are posting about the salary with Taysom Hill.
Oh yeah, I already let somebody know about that one.
What do you think, Dave? Is it accurate?
I mean, listen, to me, here's my thing. I mean, if people are going to gripe about what now look, your GM did this to you. He basically did this. But I mean, listen, before we get into Taysom Hill, and people are looking at it and they're cherry picking. Hey, he's going to make what, 15 million? Is it this year on the cap?
At some point, Dave, you don't think the Saints have to look at that salary?
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem. We got you into this. Here's what got you into this. When you went and extended Cesar Ruiz, who's one of the worst rated guards in the NFL this year. You gave a contract to Michael Thomas, which I understood why they did it.
Yeah, we're not talking. Listen, we're not talking about other guys. Stay on the subject.
No, I'm gonna be fast on this, but I'm saying, but like when you look at it, you gotta look big picture because everybody's gonna say, "Oh, 15 million."
We're not gonna look at big picture. Is he worth the money or not?
I mean, that's not the question though. The reason you're in this boat is because you backlogged this money.
I agree, but people are players are cap casualties all the time, Dave.
They are, but here's the problem is what you did when he finagled this money.
You can't be a cap casualty when you have that much money on the books. There's no
let's just say this then.
So basically,
listen, do you realize? Listen, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of cap. Right today, it came out today. Kirk Cousins, if he chooses to move, he wants the all guaranteed money this year. If they don't give it to him, do you know Minnesota is still on the hook for $25 million of dead money with him?
Well, Richie, look what the Saints have done. The Saints have been the worst in the fucking league.
So my question to you is, are they going to sign Kirk Cousins or not?
Who, Minnesota?
Yes.
I think so, yeah. I think
he wants a fully guaranteed 5-year contract.
I think they'll work on terms, but he'll get a good.
He said that he did say, now you know he's only negotiated fully guaranteed contract. He said the one term he will not change is he has to have a fully guaranteed contract.
I don't believe anybody will get nobody's going to give him a fully guaranteed contract.
He did already, Dave. He did already. I
don't think it depends on what the terms are, Richie. I mean, nobody's going to give him 4 years, $150 million guaranteed at this point in his career. It just won't happen. An organization would be fucking nuts to do that.
You don't think a team out there will give it to him?
No, but wait, I want to say we're getting all over the place like crap.
No, we're not. You're saying no. Listen, Jimmy, Dave. He's an unrestricted. Listen, Dave. Stay on the subject. You're not listening. He's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
So you don't think no team's going to give him that?
No, absolutely fucking not. Not in a quarterback draft where you could have 5, possibly 6 quarterbacks in the top 40 picks. You got Russell Wilson out there. There's no way. There's no way he'll get that kind of money guaranteed at 35 years old, coming off a major injury.
I mean, I don't know if he wants 150 million, but if he wants 100 million,
Justin Fields, you can throw Justin Fields in the mix too, because that's another guy that could be on the move. So
you don't think a team will give him $100 million for 4 years, $25 million a year guaranteed?
I mean, that's a little bit different. I mean, that's possible, maybe.
What I'm saying is, Dave, I don't know what the numbers are, but he wants his contract. He just said he wants.
But I don't know where that's going to go. But back to the Taysom Hill thing. Do I think he's worth 15 million? Probably not at 15 million. Not many guys are worth that much besides a quarterback and maybe some, elite defensive corner or a defensive end.
So, Richie, but the way that works out. So what happens is, the way contract is structured out. So year 1 through year 4, the numbers play around. So in year 2, you say, listen. Year 3, your number's pretty big. We're going to keep you for all 4 years. So you're still getting the same number. We're just moving that money this year to next year. And so I get what you're saying, Dave. You got a balloon payment, but you got him on a bargains earlier.
You're not understanding what we're saying. We're not saying that. We know how the contract works. We're saying is he worth it or not. That's all we're saying.
But Richie, it's kind of a trick question, Richie, because what Pancho's saying is it wasn't. It's like he's saying you got him a lot cheaper in, say, year 1.
But Dave, it's a simple question I can ask. If somebody asked me, is Taysom Hill worth $15 million a year? I would say no. That's it. I don't need to go anywhere.
No, but Richie, here's okay. Let's throw a better thing.
Will the Saints keep him? Yes, they will. I mean,
no. But here's my thing. You could go. It was Michael Thomas worth $50-something million against.
No, he was not. No, he was not.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm telling about the other guy on the other show, that other minor league podcast. Sorry, but let's be real.
Dave, always saying in the real world, I'm agreeing with the other guy because I'm agreeing with him. There's no way on the planet. There's no way on the planet that Taysom Hill should be making the same money as Christian McCaffrey. No way.
All right, but the problem is, you know what this is? This is somebody cherry picking a fucking stat. So, like I said, what would you rather have? Taysom Hill, who does everything for your football team. He completes passes. He was your best runner last year. Mm-hmm. He catches the ball. He's one of your best blockers. He plays special teams. Would you want that guy at $15 million or Michael Thomas sucking up $53 million against the cap or whatever it was he took this year, who plays in 5 games a year and is always crying on social
I don't
media?
think I'm agreeing with you on both sides. I don't think neither one of them's worth that money.
But
So,
I'm saying,
Ricky-
but this guy who did this, he's trying to make a point about Taysom for whatever reason. But I mean, I understand that Christian McCaffrey is obviously a more, a bigger name.
He's the
than
best
Taysom
running
Hill.
back in football.
Well, he is, but here's the problem. But like Poncho's saying, it's not a true. That's not really. You got to value stretch out all 4 years and do a median deal. You know what I mean? Like you got to bargain on Taysom for a couple of years. This year it's a balloon payment because of Mickey restructuring it. This is what your general manager does, and this is why we're.
I
Always
get what you're saying, Dave. But I'm saying it will shock you if he becomes a cap
He will not be cut. Taysom Hill is one of your foundation guys, at least for another
He
couple more
can't be
years.
cut because the money's there. If you have
Yeah.
Now y'all do realize Taysom Hill is 35 years old.
He's 30. You sure he's 35? I thought he was
He's
33.
34. He was 34 last year. Yes, he's 35.
I got to check that because I swear he's 33, or maybe 34.
He's 34, 35. He's still up in age,
Yeah.
Dave.
Well, but I'm saying, but Taysom at 34 to me is like another guy at 28 because I mean he's a freak of nature, and I mean remember he got a late start in his career.
Dave,
so
he's not going to be here forever. You got to say bye-bye sooner or later.
No, but
After
Richie,
this
but
year.
you're not. But like Poncho's saying, Richie, you're not gonna. You're not
Okay,
gonna
all
save
right.
any
Well,
dead
all right,
money.
I'll agree with you on that. So, Pancho,
Richie,
I agree with you on that. We on
but you're not
agreement.
gonna-
I'm agreeing with
Okay.
Pancho. This is Taysom Hill's last year. We agree, Pancho?
Yeah, it's his
Well,
last year.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to figure out something. He's gonna have
No,
to take
Dave,
less
it's a
money
yes or
going
no.
forward.
This is last year.
No, absolutely not. And I'm gonna tell you, if he could still play, if he's still doing Taysom Hill type shit, you'll find a way to keep him, but you're not paying him. He knows it himself. I mean, Taysom's not a guy that's gonna be stupid about it. He's gonna make less money if he stays.
So you don't
the same
think? So you
beyond this year.
don't think if Sean Payton offers him more money, he goes there?
No, not at this point. If it was 5
You
years
don't?
ago, maybe.
If Sean Payton offers him $50 million a year, you don't think he goes there?
No, but Richie,
Richie,
he's going to be 30.
wait.
He's going to be in his mid-30s. You're not going to
Listen,
offer a guy.
I said it's his last year.
Money.
His last year making $15 million. Only
Right,
reason
right.
because it's the balloon payment at the end. So year
Yeah.
1 he got 8, year 2 he got 9, year 3 he got 10. Now he's making $15 million. So you got a bargain
Right.
at year 1 and year 2. You got a bargain. So here you are, you're paying a piper now. But next
Yeah.
year you come back down to earth and you not restructure, you re-sign a contract for 2 years, $10 million or $12 million.
Well, I think he's stealing money from the Saints. I'm just
Look,
saying.
Richie, who? Taysom?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Richie. He's been one of your best players the last couple of years. That guy plays with more
That's-
heart
Dave,
than
that's not
most.
saying much.
His
That's not
effectiveness
saying
is
much.
there.
That's not
No,
saying
but Richie,
much.
but his effectiveness is there. I mean, the guy was your best weapon the last couple of years, in my opinion. But
Dave, let's be honest. He's not even a top 25 weapon in the NFL.
Wait, he's not a what?
He's not a top 25 weapon in the NFL.
I
can name
disagree
20
completely.
I
I
can name
disagree
20
absolutely
what?
completely. I
So
disagree completely.
you telling me you can't combine 25 receivers, 25 tight ends, and 25 running backs that are better than Taysom Hill?
Because there's no one else in the league that can do what he does, and that makes him valuable.
So Richie,
That makes him
this
extremely
is what you're
valuable.
doing. Listen, this is what you're doing. You're taking one player and he's playing multiple positions. So you're not paying multiple guys.
I'm sorry,
you're
Pancho.
getting a bargain.
I've never valued a guy like that. I've never had.
You have to.
I just
Richie,
think,
I mean,
listen, I like Taysom Hill, but that's just
let
to
me
me.
ask you this.
Listen
So
to me.
you
Listen to
know-
me. Listen
Yeah,
to me.
go
Listen
ahead,
to me.
go ahead.
I'm not. I like Taysom Hill, but Taysom Hill, well, let's be honest, is a guy that can't be great at one thing. He can be good at a lot of things.
Look, so
But
this
Richie,
is what
that's
Taysom
kinda great in
Hill allows
itself,
you to
though.
do.
No,
This
it's
is what
not.
Taysom,
No, it's not.
Taysom Hill allows you to carry 2 extra guys on your team
Yep.
just because he plays that many positions. So he's allowing you. So instead
Name
of
me
53 guys,
the position that he plays, Pancho.
special teams. That's
I
the
got
whole
it.
spot. That's the whole
Okay,
spot of the team.
on offense. On offense.
Tight end. That's a whole
Is
nother
he the best?
spot.
Is he the best tight end on the team?
He
Last
arguably,
year he was, I would say.
Arguably.
Last year.
He's the
I
best
like
tight end on your
Juwan,
team.
but last year.
he's arguably the best tight end.
No shot. He ain't better than Juwan Johnson. No shot.
He's
Last
arguably-
year he was, Richie. I mean,
No, he
I
wasn't.
like Juwan, and
Now-
Juwan
Okay,
has
what
been
else?
better.
Name another position. Go ahead.
Your third and one. Your third and
Is
one.
you best? Is
your
you
fourth-
best? Is he your best running back?
Your best
Yeah,
third and one.
absolutely.
Damn,
He's your best running back on your
Absolutely.
team. He's your best
Best
running back
running
on your
back.
team.
At third and one, a fourth and one, go get
He's
it.
your
Look at
best running
Alvin
back on
Kamara
your
average
team.
yards per carry this year. He was 3.6
You're telling me,
a carry.
Dave's
That's
telling me
terrible.
that Taysom Hill is better than Alvin Kamara running back.
If I got a third and one with the game on the line,
I
Alvin
don't care
Kamara's
about
on the
third and one.
sideline.
I'm talking about starting that running back.
But
Alvin
listen,
Kamara,
so
here's look, Richie.
Taysom Hill
Oh, go ahead,
being
go
there eliminates you having to have Chris Ivory, like just a hard nosed runner. Like Taysom
Mhm.
Hill is that guy, but he plays special teams also. But Chris
Well,
Ivory
and
only
let me-
plays
Man,
running back.
mind you, if he's so good at all these things, why he's never been voted to the Pro Bowl?
And there's no set position for him, Richie. I mean,
Yeah,
He's great on
different, man.
special. He's great on special teams. You just said it.
But look, Richie. Here's my thing about the Pro Bowl. I mean, okay, Demario Davis has been snubbed by Pro Bowls, and he's been one of the best middle linebackers for the last 6 years. I mean, the Pro Bowl. Listen, man, it's a popularity contest. But I mean, Taysom, he's unique. He's different. I mean, there's a reason the announcers, spotlight him when he comes off the sideline. Taysom Hill's in at this position, or he's in at quarterback. Listen, you don't have that conversation doesn't happen with every player who enters a game. You know what I'm saying, on a substitution package. He's always talked about because of his impact on the game. So to me, here's my thing. Alvin Kamara is going to be unpopular for some Saints fans. Taysom Hill, I guarantee you, will be here next year. Alvin Kamara, I think it's like 70-30 that he leads.
So is Kyle Juszczyk real important to the 49ers offense? Because he does a lot too.
No, absolutely not. Kyle Juszczyk can't go complete 70% of his passes. He can't go downfield like Taysom.
No, but he catches the ball out the backfield a lot.
But he can't average 5 yards a carry either.
Okay.
I guess. Listen, Alvin Kamara's listen. When you talk about cap casualties, Alvin Kamara's a guy. $11.8 million could be saved if he's gone after June 1st. Taysom Hill, you're not saving anything really, like Poncho said.
The Saints will cut Taysom Hill before Alvin Kamara. Probably.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They will trade Alvin Kamara before ever letting
you have no replacement for Alvin Kamara right now.
Listen,
absolutely
Richie.
you do. You already got him in the building right now, Richie.
Who?
Alvin Kamara will not.
Who's in the building?
Kendrick Miller. Absolutely.
Oh, the guy that can't stay healthy?
So wait, here we go. So let me ask you this: would you rather
a guy that they don't trust enough? They brought in so many running backs this year. They didn't trust him.
Who? We mean Richie. He was hurt. He came off. He didn't even run the combine because he had an injury at TCU.
Accountability is availability. Dave in his league.
Richie, that's like saying that's like a team having depth doesn't mean you don't trust somebody. It's smart to have depth. I mean, you went and got Jamal Williams, who's a total. Based off
last year, you trusted him enough to hand him the keys to the running back position.
Boy, say it again.
So based off last year with Kendrick Miller, you trust him enough to hand him.
I would go with Kendrick Miller
to hand him the keys to the starting running back position for the Saints. What you're saying?
Absolutely.
Boy, we in bad shape.
Absolutely.
We in bad shape.
Okay, what shape are we in this year with Alvin Kamara? Go pull up his stats. If Fatty can pull up, I can tell you what they are. They're 3.6 yards a carry. He had his worst year as a Saint. He's going closer to 30 years old. The guy's been checked out emotionally. I don't know if I'm the only one that sees it, but I mean, this guy puts up a half-ass effort in most games. He does show up once out every 3 weeks. I mean, listen, dude, if Kamara is a guy, if you could save $11.8 million against your cap, and he's going to be 29 years old, I trade him for a mid-round pick right now. Give Kendrick Miller the keys. Go draft me another young running back.
But you see all these guys that y'all say y'all want to go get rid of. I believe Sean Payton would take them in a heartbeat.
Well, I mean, Richie, I mean, the problem is with Denver, you're a young team going forward. Alvin Kamara makes sense to a team like a Dallas or a Baltimore who's trying to play for a Super Bowl.
But why? But every time we cut somebody, they go to Denver.
Every time we cut somebody,
they go to Denver.
Well, I mean, but listen, but Denver would be on the hook for a lot of money here with Alvin Kamara. You're not going to give up.
Not if the Saints cut him. Not if the Saints cut him. If the Saints cut him,
I mean, the Saints are going to explore trade first and foremost. You're going to try to get something for him. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. But if he gets cut, I guarantee you somebody's going to sign Alvin Kamara.
I don't think he'll. I don't think he'll get cut. But I think he's got a possibility of being traded.
You're not saying he's not going to play football.
David's sitting here saying his career is over.
No, I never said his career is over.
You just said he's not that good anymore. You just said he's not that good anymore.
I think he's 70%.
So he's not that good no more?
No, he's not worth $16 million.
No.
Quit saying money.
No, you got
a value.
Is he a starting running back in this league still to today? Is all I'm asking.
For the right team, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I want to know.
But Richie, some teams are in different places from another. That's why Tennessee's going to move on from Derrick Henry.
Some people may get out if Alvin Kamara gets cut. Somebody might get him for a steal.
So listen, if we cut Alvin,
absolutely might. I mean, yeah.
Listen, so you cut Alvin, he's gonna get his $11 million, whatever, $15 million. Yep. Plus, he's gonna make he can go sign for $5 or $6 million for a year because he made free money. So he can afford to sign less with a team.
So I'm agreeing with you, Pancho. So you don't think Sean Payton will get on a phone call with him, right?
Sean Payton is not in a position to win now, and that's the problem. You're paying him for nothing.
That's what I'm basically saying. So you don't think Sean Payton will call him?
No.
If Sean Payton was in the playoffs,
make sense for where they are as a team.
If Sean Payton was in the playoffs, yes, you would give him a call.
Yeah,
he's not there.
Okay.
Baltimore, Dallas, those are the teams that make a lot of sense up front. They need running backs, and they're in contention. You know,
you for your teams that have established quarterbacks, your Joe Burrows, your Justin Herbert. That's the teams you're looking at.
I'm gonna go on record right now.
Even KC. I mean,
Tennessee is going to regret letting Derrick Henry go.
No, Richie, they need to move on. Richie, they're not letting go of Derrick Henry because they think Tajay Spears is better.
And why don't we need? And why don't we need to move on?
From who?
Anybody. We
need to move on from Alvin Kamara. I'd love. That's what I'm saying. Go with Kendrick Miller.
Why not Taysom Hill? Why not Taysom Hill?
Because nobody's. Richie, you're not saving the same money which you are. Like,
I'm agreeing with you. So next year they can move on from him, correct?
I mean, they can, but I mean, it depends on. There's a lot of what ifs at that point. But to me, Alvin Kamara is the guy you want to move on from soon.
Dave, you pick and choose who you think the Saints want to keep and who don't want to keep.
No, Richie,
just based on who they are. Just based on who they are.
Well, I mean, Richie, what other way do you make decisions as a general manager? I'm not going to say I like this guy because he fucking cooks better than the other guy. I mean, Alvin Kamara isn't as valuable to me right now as Taysom Hill.
Just remember, you said Jameis Winston ain't coming back as a backup.
I told you Jameis Winston wasn't a starter 4 years ago. And
no, you said he wasn't coming. You said he wasn't coming back as a backup. You said that too.
I don't think he will. Absolutely not. I think they're moving on.
I think he is. I think he is.
Listen, Richie, if he wants to play for the league minimum, then there's a possibility. But he's going to have to play for the league minimum. You can't pay Jameis $7 or $8 million again to hold a clipboard. You can't do it with anybody. You can't. I don't think
you get the league. I think he'll get about $2 million a year.
How much?
$2 million.
Listen, but Richie, here's my thing. I think there's a team out there that may give him a shot. A team that
he already said he don't want to go. He already said he don't want to leave. I'm just saying the man said it already.
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't like it here. I'm not saying he's not a likable dude. He's just not a starting quarterback for me. And I'm not saying I wouldn't want him on my I hate the guy. I don't want him on my roster. But I just had to get past all the
Dave, I'm gonna go back and listen to Pods. You said that no shot he was gonna be on this roster next year.
The only Richie, I think is a 10% chance he's a Saint next year. That's how I feel. And the only way that 10% happens is if he takes less than.
I think it's more than 90% chance he's going to be here.
But why?
You need a backup.
You need a backup. You get backup quarterbacks are a dime a dozen. I mean, you got Jacob Hayner. You got.
Pacho, you think he's on? You think he's on a roster next year? You think James Winston's on a roster next year?
I mean, it depends how solid Dennis Allen got from that last play. So,
yeah, I mean, there's another point too, Rich. Yeah, I mean that's
You're right, but we made good points.
Well, you know.
Well, listen, gentlemen, it has been real. It's been great conversation. We will be doing from now on a lot of recorded shows, like we said, and we're going to be doing one live show a month. Make sure to share our link on YouTube as we will be moving over to YouTube doing the recorded shows. Man, look, it's been fun. Thank y'all, man, gentlemen. Have a good night and peace out. Who that?
All right, guys. To be continued, John.
All right.